For member statements today, we will hear statements from the honourable members for the districts of Fogo Island, Cape Freels, Conception Bay East, Bell Island, St. George's Humber, Virginia Waters Pleasantville, and Topsail Paradise. The Honourable, the member for Fogo Island, Cape Freels.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise in this honourable house to inform my colleagues of the success we've had in my district with regional cooperation. Some time ago, the towns of Lumsden, Newtown, Wesleyville, Greenspan and Valleyfield, along with the local service district of Cape Freels, met to discuss the idea of building an arena. A joint committee was struck and the work began. This year marks the 25th season for Beatic Arena. We have had challenges, but have succeeded in providing recreation for local residents for a quarter of a century. It is with great pride the volunteer committee continues to govern. We started out thinking of only hockey, but soon added the Crystal Gliders Figure Skating Club. Later, our ice makers perfected the art of making curling ice, thus adding more interest into the building. The inside walls are lined up with banners from successful competitions. In the off-season, the ice surface gets transformed to accommodate weddings and other special events. While many people have contributed to the success of Beatic Arena, it is the cooperation of the town councils that has led to this success. Please join me in thanking the towns and committees responsible for running Beatic Arena. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable, the member for Conception Bay East, Bell Island.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand today to recognize a constituent of mine who once again will be recognized for exceptional athletic achievements. I speak of Portugal Cove St. Philip's athlete Colin Abbott, who will be inducted into the Canadian Softball Hall of Fame this month. Colin may very well go down in history as Newfoundland and Labrador's most accomplished softball player. He has won 29 medals at the national and international levels, not to mention the dozens of provincial and Atlantic competition medals. In international play, he captured 3 MVP awards, 1 Top Batter Award, and was an all-world selection as an outfielder 15 times. Nationally, he received 2 Top Batter Awards and 6 all-tournament team selections as an outfielder and 2 MVP awards. He has been a great ambassador for the game through his leadership, success, and competitive diversity, and has paved the way for the future softball players in this province. Colin's accomplishments have been recognized by other sports governing organizations with his induction into the Newfoundland Softball Hall of Fame, the Newfoundland Labrador Sports Hall of Fame, and in 2015, the International Softball Hall of Fame. These are all testaments to the impact Colin has had on softball in Newfoundland, Canada, and the world. I ask all members to join me in congratulating Colin Abbott on his induction into the Canadian Softball Hall of Fame. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable member for St. George's Humber.
Mr. Speaker, entrepreneurs take an idea and turn it into reality. Through their hard work, investments and persistence, they create something where nothing existed before. I rise today to pay tribute to a group of entrepreneurs on the west coast of our province. The company, Growing for Life, plans to provide fresh vegetables to market year-round. They have already proven that tomatoes can be commercially grown year-round in this province and plan to expand to other crops such as peppers, lettuce and cucumber. The operation is a private venture, and the greenhouse growing methods use local resources to supply local needs. For example, a wood furnace is being used to heat the operation. Plans are also in place for a farmer's market and a restaurant on site, which will sell produce from other farmers in the area as well. Growing for Life has accomplished much in a short time and is well on its way to being a major supplier of fresh produce for the province. I would like all members to join me in recognizing the work being done by Blaine Hussey, Louis McDonald, David Hobbs, and Scott Medore, the entrepreneurs behind this innovative company, Growing for Life. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I recognize the member for Virginia Waters, Pleasantville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in this honourable House to recognize the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 56 in Pleasantville. With November 11th coming this weekend, it is an important opportunity to recognize the valuable role that the Legion plays for veterans. Ever since its establishment in 1964, the Legion's primary goal is to provide representation, advocacy, financial assistance to serving and retired veterans and their families. As well, they work to ensure the sacrifice of those who served is never forgotten. They do this by organising the annual Poppy campaign each year, which, starting on the last Friday in October, runs until Remembrance Day. Unfortunately, some of us know all too well the importance of honouring those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. I personally lost a close friend of mine on Easter Sunday in 2007 in Afghanistan to a roadside bomb, which forever changed Remembrance Day for those close to him and myself. So I encourage everyone to visit a service of remembrance in your community, and I ask all honourable members to join me in thanking Branch 56 of the Royal Canadian Legion and all legions across our province for the fantastic work they do to support our veterans, their families and friends, lest we forget.
The honourable member for Topsail Paradise.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish today to recognize Heather Healy, a resident of Paradise and Team Canada pitcher. Mr. Speaker, Heather's love of baseball started at a very young age. Heather was first introduced to the sport of baseball at the age of 5 and came up through the Paradise minor baseball system. And last year, she was the starring pitcher for Team Canada on the under-20 national team in the Women's International Cup held in the Dominican Republic and helped Canada win gold. In 2014, Heather was the first female to be drafted into the St. John's Amateur Baseball League for the intermediate division, and in 2016 to the senior men's division. She also played with the Capitals in the men's Junior A provincials, another first for a female baseball player in our province. Quite the accomplishment, Mr. Speaker. And it doesn't stop there. Last September, Heather travelled to South Korea with the Canadian women's national baseball team to play in the World Cup and there helped Team Canada win a silver medal. And it's not surprising that she was this year's Town of Paradise 2017 Female Athlete of the Year and Provincial 2017 Senior Female Athlete of the Year. Mr. Speaker, I feel it would be very appropriate for members of this honourable House to join me in congratulating Heather Healy and all of her accomplishments so far. Thank you.